Michael was a different level, man. He's a different level of competitiveness, just sheer will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, in every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some of the greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks at the dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of an unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room, and we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet, and he walks in our locker room, suit and tie, and I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said. And so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman, he tapped him on his butt, and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game, but I think he proved his point.
And a beautiful view of the famous Chicago skyline. An appropriate dramatic setting for our game today at Chicago Stadium. Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation of today's game. I'm Kevin Harlan, with me courtside, Clark Kellogg, and across the way on the sidelines, David Aldridge. We should be in for a great game here. Clark, it's the Chicago Bulls taking on the visiting Atlanta Hawks.
I'm ready for a good one, partner. Listen to these Chicago fans. Extremely excited to get this underway and see two All-Stars, Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan, go at it. This could do damage at the rim.
And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
Now here's Jordan over Rivers, and he hits the jump shot.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Rivers kicks to Wilkins. And the pass to Webb. Malone trying to break free. And the basket by Webb. You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column? Because I agree the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. All right, Clark, Wilkins and Jordan, a couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. B.J. Armstrong's checked in for John Paxson. Wilkins against Jordan. From 11 feet away. Grant the pass to Jordan. Good, and Grant gets the assist. And that's now 6 points for Jordan. The number one objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
The two scoring leaders facing off. But to dig deeper, let's go to a guy who can dig as deep as any, David Aldridge. DA.
Thanks, guys. We know that Dominique and Jordan's scoring will probably be the big story of the night, but there's a lot more to these guys' games that could affect the outcome. With Wilkins, we've seen a new focus from him on improving his rebounding, and as always, Jordan's defense can be just as impactful as his offense. Guys, back to you.
You know, David, that's an interesting point, and I think you're right. It's not just Clark about scoring tonight. It's got to be a multi-faceted game. Wouldn't you agree?
I certainly would, Kevin. We'll keep an eye on that.
And the Hawks making a change here. Willis is checked in. Pass to Webb.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Over Armstrong. They get it back. Malone's shot, good. Some fresh competition, Clark, for the Bulls and Hawks in the league this year, with two expansion teams coming to the NBA in Orlando and Minnesota.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, these teams are focused on the game at hand. That's pretty obvious, but this is a very interesting time for the NBA. A lot of new talent and a new landscape.
A lot of growing indeed. Pass to Rivers. Back to Webb. Malone looking around. That misses off the backboard. The Bulls leading by 7. Here's Jordan. And then slammed in by Jordan.
You can always count on Jordan to crank it up a little bit here at home and give these Bulls fans a game worth watching.
Now here's Wilkins. Rivers kicks to Wilkins. Malone outside. Shot clock at 6. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Wilkins, no good. Credit to these Hawks, Clark, for having a constant postseason presence these last few seasons.
3 straight second-round appearances, and then last year a tough loss in the first round. But I say don't let that fool you. These Hawks are a very competitive team.
They really are.
You know, Wilkins gives you a lot of highlights, but this time showing you he can get gritty and get his hands dirty, absorbing the contact and still getting the shot in the air.
Carr, he's checked in for Atlanta. Tony comes in for Spud Webb. Wilkins wide open, and he fires. Atlanta again missing. The Bulls leading by 7 to the inside. Here's Jordan, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jordan's got 17.
He is certainly a dominant player. Michael Jordan, when he's in the zone, unstoppable.
Here's Wilkins. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly, that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Pippen. And so it's Chicago heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing. And the Hawks with possession here. They trail by 7.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in the NBA.
On the court for Atlanta, they've got Tony. Carr is out there with Dominique Wilkins. And it's Rivers, and it's Willis in at the center position. Passes it to Tony. Shot clock at 5. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Atlanta making some changes. Livingston's checked in for Willis. And Smith subbed in for Tony.
Livingston. Kenny Smith.
Clock at 2. Here's Carr. It's deflected.
Imposing his will on defense. Produce teammates love when he makes hustle plays like that.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
An emphatic rejection that was. Boy, you got to appreciate that kind of forceful, in-your-face defense.
Here's Jordan, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Jackson, of course, a former player, a former assistant under Doug Collins in Chicago. And Clark, I hear he's got some interesting ideas when it comes to on-court strategy.
Well, Kevin, you know, he's certainly got some good pieces to test those ideas out with. There's no denying that. But what I think matters most is that the guys seem to relate to him and like it. Chemistry between players and head coaches is critical.
Well, you know, you played a long time, and you know how important that connection can be.
That's a very key deal.
You know, looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right. And stolen by Jordan. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now, and the dunk by Jordan. Michael's game goes to an even higher level when Atlanta enters this building. It's a rivalry that Jordan welcomes. Bulls on D. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Smith finds Malone. Got a piece of it.
The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players,
Look out!
bang! Air Jordan lifting off, and the Hawks could do nothing about it.
So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about, Clark, everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree. Bulls moving the ball around. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Hawks making a change here. Webb's checked in.
Now in the lineup for the
The
Hawks,
Hawks trail by 12.
Bud Webb.
Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
Rivers dishes to Malone. Again, the miss by Malone.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady.
Jordan passes to Purdue. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Purdue's got his first points in this one.
You know, when the defense allows Purdue to get that kind of positioning inside, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. He's just got too much size.
Here's Rivers, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And Kevin, I think that speaks to obviously the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
Concax checked in for Atlanta. Jordan against Wilkins. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. The defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
It's Rivers on the wing. Atlanta again missing. Chicago with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 26.
Nice work, and they are getting it done at both ends.
Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show, his whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too.
Right now, Dominique doesn't seem to be having much issue, Clark, working around the Bulls' defense.
And that doesn't bode well for Chicago. I think they've got to get a better handle on him, Kevin. They've got to corral him. If Dominique is just getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, that is terrible news for the Bulls.
The pass to Rivers. Shoots from 12. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, part of what makes Malone such a good rebounder is his aggressiveness. I mean, and he also has a real nose for the ball.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Michael Jordan getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Back right after this. The Hawks trail by 16.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
Jordan is up there with John Paxson. Then there's Pippen. Then there's Grant. And it's Cartwright in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Michael Jordan on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. Jordan against Rivers. 6 to shoot. Oh, Jordan taking flight. You've got to appreciate a dunk like that, even if you're wearing an Atlanta jersey. My goodness. Webb kicks to Wilkins. Pass to Malone. Over to the left wing. Webb hits the front of the rim and out. We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Both are fun to watch. We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage partner that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. To the middle, here's Malone. Basket is good, the assist from Webb. Webb's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Jordan. Pippen with it. Here is Paxson. Here's the lob to the hoop. Cartwright misses.
They were looking for the alley-oop connection, but the wires got crossed there.
And Wilkins with the stuff.
Boy, nice setup with the pass, and Wilkins bounces up knowing just what to do with it. These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season.
Rivers gets a wide open look, and the 3 ball is good. Rivers has got 7 points.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Outside Jordan. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin.
We'll go for a different look here. Kevin Willis is checked in for contact. Clark comes in for Moses Malone. Smith checked in for Rivers. And it's Tony in for Spud Webb. Here's Willis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively.
And the Bulls making a change here. Armstrong's checked in. You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
Passes it to Wilkins. Knocks it loose. Cartwright with it. Wilkins picks him up. As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level, and Dominique has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're so right.
That's a shot he'd like back. Won't miss those very often. Jordan outside.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Wilkins with the ball. That shot no good. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And Jordan throws it down.
Enjoying this big lead, and right now they look unstoppable on offense.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the pass to Carr. For three, Smith. Atlanta again missing. Chicago leading by 23. Grant, right side. Inside, Cartwright. And the jam by Bill Cartwright.
And you know, Cartwright is just a little north of 7 feet tall, so once he gets great positioning, he's looking to throw it down.
Outside Tony. No good on the last second attempt there. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Bulls out front, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back at Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it. Here's Chicago. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most. Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
On the court for Atlanta, they've got Livingston. Tony is out there with Smith. Then there's Antoine Carr. And it's Conker in at the 5 down low. Clark, how about the unselfishness of this team?
Love the willingness to make that extra pass, and it has the defense in the scramble mode.
Knowing that Michael Jordan likes to explode down the home stretch offensively, Clark, think the Hawks might increase the defensive pressure on them.
You know, it wouldn't shock me, Kevin, if they did just that. Just make sure somehow, some way, you don't allow him to put together a run.
Smith, the pass to Carr. Back to Smith. Pass to Livingston. He kicks it to Smith. 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Bulls. Purdue's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You know, something I like about both of these teams, the Bulls and the Hawks, is the experience they have, the range of experience. I mean, you've got younger guys like John Koncak and Horace Grant, and then you've got the seasoned veterans like Moses and Bill Cartwright. It's a really good balance.
Hodges checked in for the Bulls.
First team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. 11 feet away. Carr, no good. Clark, I've always wondered how valuable you think it is for younger players to get a chance to play alongside more experienced players.
Kevin, I think it's crucial and absolutely vital. Older guys have a way of being able to teach a young star so much about patience and which battles you fight and which ones you let go and how you carry yourself as a pro and all of the nuances of playing in the NBA. Good veterans can help young players set the tone for the rest of their careers.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And Hodges kicks to Armstrong. Pass to Hodges. It's stolen by Smith. One-on-one here. Passes to Livingston. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal
An experienced forward, Livingston gives them depth off the bench along the front line.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Armstrong passes to Purdue, and slam dunk by Purdue.
Nicely done by Armstrong there. Recognized the overcommitment from the defense, got his teammate a nice opportunity.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Tony the pass to Livingston. Down low, here's Carr. Purdue with the rebound. Purdue's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Cliff.
Defense going hard at Armstrong, but he's not backing up and ends up earning the foul call.
First free throw is good. Willis, he checked in for the Hawks. Both good from the line that time. Here's Tony. Smith outside. Back to Tony. Puts up a three. Chicago grabs the miss. Purdue's got 7 rebounds in the game. Armstrong passes to Hodges. Here's King. Rebounded by Livingston. And Atlanta has possession. 1:29 left in the fourth. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Feeds it to Armstrong. And he banks in the layup.
Greg Hodges is more than just a shooter, folks. He knows how to get the ball to his open teammates.
And it's the Hawks' ball. Livingston, the pass to Willis. Shoots over King. Atlanta again missing.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Here's Hodges. The dish to Armstrong. And there's the pass to Hodges. To the paint. Here's Purdue. A second chance effort. And another shot. He lays it in.
Oh, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Tony, the pass to Smith. Back to Tony. Here's Livingston. Smith outside. Just 5 to shoot. Takes it inside. It's tipped. And here's Armstrong. And the Chicago Bulls, Clark, managed to pull out the win here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's offensive talents once again. Always special, though, to watch these two go at it head-to-head. MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
He did tonight. But looking beyond just the 2 stars, Clark, as you like to say, this was a team win.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, Jordan cleared and made the way, but the rest of the Bulls did a terrific job keeping up with them and putting a lot of pressure